Yeah, yeah. Can the people hear me? Can the people hear me? Hold on. Let me see if I can get my playback on. I'm a tad bit late. I'm setting up my tabs. Hold on. I was setting up my tabs. Let me see if I could get my live stream going in the back, because we got some shit to talk about today. Yeah, the Grandmaster Troll is back. Oh, let me get my. Oh, they playing. They double add my stuff. Let's go. Let's go. They got some political stuff that they advertising on my stuff. I can't hear because I got my laptop muted. But hold on, we're back. We're back. I see myself. What's up? What's good? What's good? It is your boy, the Grandmaster Troll, here to give you guys the best trolling content YouTube has to offer. Shout out to the Reject Army, the Nifnas, the dishwashers, the bedwetters, the defactors of the black world, the single mothers, the gorilla pimps, the gorilla simps. Special shout out to the Republican Party, but most importantly, witness the power and the might that is the most dangerous troll on YouTube. You guys see the title. What does the title say? That's right, the Mary Brown, aka Mishael White, will get washed by Noel for Georgia House Rep District 81. You got, I've been live earlier today. I was driving into work because the Grandmaster Troll, not only is he doxing people, not only is he exposing people, he is ending political careers. And we got to end a political career that is one Amiri Brown, aka Mishael White. Now I know people are out there. They're gonna say GMT, GMT. They're tugging on my stuff. They're tugging on my pants like GMT. You don't talk about white politicians. Why you always going after the black man? GMT. I gotta stop you. I spoke out against Kamala Harris. I spoke out against Joe Biden. I spoke out against Tim Walz. I spoke out against Mayor Shane Tao. I spoke out against Karen Bass. I spoke out against London Breed. I spoke out against Brandon Johnson. I spoke out against Mayor Eric Adams. I spoke out against Gavin Newsom. I've spoken out of plenty of politicians. It so happens today we are focused on your boy Amiri Brown, aka Mishael White. Let's see who we got in the building. We got Yes in the building. We got Mano Slander in the building. Will Clinton, Non-Swerve Zones. As RBR Universities in the building. We got Simply Deep in the building. Let's see what the people are saying. They say, don't forget to speak out against Trump too. And when Trump do something suspect, we call out Donald Trump too. Even though I'm voting for him, Donald Trump do something suspect. I call him out. I say, hey man, you calling it the China flu, the Wuhan flu, all that. You ain't gotta do all that when you got these Negroes against the ropes and you got the Democratic Party against the ropes. You gotta stop doing all that extra stuff. But we talking about your boy Mishael White, Georgia House Rep, District 81. How did we get here? Well, we all knew Mary Brown over the last couple of months. He's been on the campaign trail, and I let that Negro campaign. I let him do his work. We got Cassandra B says leave. I left. I let that man campaign for the better part of the last 6 months. He was doing interviews. He went around. I didn't say nothing about that Negro campaign. A couple of days ago, he goes live on his channel. He was basically waving the I support Kamala Harris flag, which I found disappointing considering her poor record and the poor job she has done as vice president, considering the migrant crisis, inflation, and what she's doing abroad with all these different proxy wars, supporting, giving billions of dollars to Ukraine, giving you $1 billion to that, to this thing, that, and the third. She's done a horrible job, in my opinion. So Amiri went live yesterday, and he reiterated that he was still campaigning. So I became intrigued about his campaign. Like I said, let me say I was intrigued because Amiri Brown, he says he's a father. He says he's a billionaire. I mean, a millionaire who's doing who's bringing in multi-million-dollar deals, this, that, and the third, making all this money, buying hotels and real estate, being real high value. So I was intrigued about his political campaign. So I went there. So somebody else was on this panel and they said, go check out Mishael White, which I guess is his government name. So I didn't dox him. He put this information out. So I took that information and I typed his name into Google so I could do my research about his campaign and who he running against. Because ultimately, when you do a political campaign, not only I gotta look you up, I gotta look up your competition. That's how it worked. So I was intrigued. I wasn't looking at it, so I was hoping to see, a brother man, making strides, doing interviews, putting his name out so he could put himself in position to win a campaign, to win District 11 House Rep of Georgia. So I said, okay, let me go on Google. Let me see if I can share my screen real quick. Because now we got some receipts. We're gonna go ahead and share the audio. Let's go ahead and click on it right here. So this is where, I put his name in Google. I guess that's his website. Before I clicked on this website, I clicked on this Ballotpedia right here because it's going to show me. You got your boy right here, Mishael White. We got Amiri Brown right here. I scrolled down and it showed me he running against Noel. I don't know how to pronounce her last name, so I'm just gonna call her Noel. She's running against Miss Noel. I slide down and they give me the primaries, and I'm looking. I scroll down a little bit more. Didn't have much. I'm scrolling down. I'm looking at the primary. It says right here that Noel defeated the incumbent Lauren Daniel. Noel scored 2,600 votes, 2,665 to be exact, to Lauren Daniels' 2,300 votes. So I said, okay, that's good. That's good. That's real good. And then I slid up to Mishael White, and oh my God, I couldn't believe what I saw because I looked. It said Mishael White won. Mishael White got 100% of the votes, and Mishael White got 3,220 votes. But I'm trying to figure out who did our boy Mary Brown run against. Who did he run against? So I backed up. Hold on, let me see what else did I click on? I backed up before we go to the website. Let me see what else. What else did I find? Is it up here? Is it up here? Hold on. Is it up here? I can't find the article, but I read the article. There was an article that I can't find. Let me see if I can find it real quick, because I would love to point out the article. Let me see. Let me click Noel. Let me put Noel's name in here and see if we can find that real quick. Okay, here we go right here. Here we go right here. So I was looking at. Let's see if I came to this article right here. This is the article. This is a Mary Brown's competition. It says Noel. I don't know how to pronounce her. Noel K. Hyatt. I don't know how to pronounce her name. House Daniels and House District 81 race. So I go down and I start reading, and it's funny because our man, Mary Brown, he went live today for whatever reason. He go live, he talk his trash about me, and then he take down the live, and we know why he taking down the live. I'm gonna explain to you why he's taking down these live streams. But it says right here, Georgia House of Representatives, District 81, Republican challenger Noel advanced to the November 5th general election after beating incumbent Lauren Daniel in Tuesday's primary election. According to unofficial results, fewer than 300 votes separated the candidates as Noel received 2,665 votes to Daniel's 2,384 votes. The results remain unofficial until they are certified in November. Noel will face Mishael White, who ran unopposed for the Democratic nomination. Stop the motherfucking show. Stop the motherfucking show. Our boy ran unopposed. He didn't. You mean he didn't run against nobody? So we're gonna go back to this ballotopia right here. We're gonna go back to this ballotopia right here that shows our man Mishael White garnered 3,220. He garnered 100% of the votes. But well, they won't tell you is our boy Mary Brown ran unopposed, meaning he played a basketball game by himself, was shooting all the shots with no defense and scored 3,220 votes. And he's been going around platform to platform to platform, knowing that in the primary he's running unopposed, no competition. Meaning, in my opinion, he is the definition of diversity, equity, and inclusion. I'm sure he had to go through some lengthy process to have his name on the ballot as to be the Democratic primary to run in the primaries. I'll clap my hand. Congratulations to you, Mary Brown. You did it. You got your name on the ballot. You got your name on the November 5th ballot in part because you ran unimposed. There was nobody else to garner. All you needed was one vote. All you needed was one vote. But according to this ballot topia, when it comes to November 5th, oh, you gonna have to run against somebody. You're gonna have to actually compete against somebody, a Mary Brown, because you out here on YouTube, you throwing your weight around like you done did some. You ain't ran against nobody. But the person you're running against, oh, they beat the incumbent. They beat the incumbent and Lauren Daniel. So I'm counting the votes. I'm counting the votes. We gotta go ahead and count the votes. You got 3,020 votes. Noel got 2,605. So you beat her by 555 votes. But you see all those people who voted for Lauren Daniel, those 2,387 votes, and I'm assuming that there may be more people vote, there may be less people vote. I don't know. Only thing I'm just going by what I got in front of me. There is another 2,387 votes. And if I do 2,387 minus the 555, that means out of those remaining votes, 832 votes of Mary Brown, you got to get in order to win. And based on what I'm seeing out of those votes, out of that 2,387, we got to ask how many of those people is going to vote for Mary Brown, aka Mishael White, or will they vote for Noel Cobb? But then let's go ahead and back up. I go to your website right here. Mary Brown. I click on your website, and Mary Brown. I click on your website. Look at this right here. Don't they play the politic game? Oh, the donations. They want you to donate your hard-earned money. They want you to donate your hard-earned money to these campaigns. Before they even tell you about themselves, they asking you for your money. Let me go ahead and click that space before I donate to anybody. I gotta read up. I gotta read your shit that you put on your website. What did this Negro put on his website? So we got Mishael White. We got a husband, father, blue collar, CDL driver. Let's go ahead and read. Mishael White is a professional, experienced commercial truck driver, devoted husband, father, and grandfather who believes in hard work, is committed to his community, and is inspired to create change for the real issues facing Locust Grove and McDonald in District 11, in District 81, Henry County. As your next state representative, I will listen and fight for funding to improve public education and technical and trade schools. I will focus on implementing solutions to reduce Georgia's high maternal mortality rate and support our law enforcement with 100% workers' compensation to protect our heroes. I will also advocate for funding to ease traffic congestion and update infrastructure to protect the quality of life for all residents of District 81. You can join the fight. You can sign up for updates by putting your name and your email. Let's go ahead and sign up for some updates. Thank you for supporting the campaign. Kenneth C. Thomas. Okay. Then on the bottom, it's got focused on what matters. And we got protect our students and improve public education, reduce Georgia's maternity mortality rate, support benefits for law enforcement, and invest in our infrastructure. You can support and donate. About the district, I guess you give you the map of the district, and that was about it. Then I click on the competition. Oh yeah, the competition. Don't play. The competition. Let's go ahead and go to the home page. Let's go to the home page. Uh-oh. The competition got a home page. Competition got an about page. Competition got a House District 81 page. Competition got an endorsement page. Competition got a media page with some photos. The competition got a volunteer and contact page. Ooh, the competition is bringing it on the website. So we got right here, you can support because they always asking for that money. I guess these are the issues. They want to eliminate the state income tax. They want to secure the border. They want to defend election integrity. They want to uphold Second Amendment rights. And they want to end the woke agenda. Let's read the about page. What is Noel about as we decide who are we going to vote for? About Noel. Patriots, friends, and fellow Georgians, my name is Noel, and I'm asking for your vote to represent the brand new State House, District 81 in Henry County. My journey is deeply rooted in a legacy of service, a commitment to family values, and a passion for defending the rights of parents and persevering and preserving the innocence of our children. My family's commitment to service spans generations. My grandfather bravely stormed the beaches of Normandy, setting a precedent for valor and sacrifice. Following in his footsteps, both my father and uncle served in the military, instilling in me a profound appreciation for the principles that make our nation great: freedom, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness. Oh my God, this woman ain't playing. She not look at all this I gotta read. She not playing. A Mary Brown. She ain't playing. Let's go ahead and read some more. Let me see where I leave off at. Oh my God, as an ambassador for Veterans for Trump, I am inspired by the enduring legacy of service within my family, much like their commitment to preserving our cherished values. I am devoted to champion the needs and interests of our veterans, ensuring their sacrifices are always honored and remembered. My involvement in the local faith community has reinforced my belief that the church serves as a beacon of positivity and guidance in our society. As a wife of 26 years and a mother of two grown children, I understand the profound responsibility we have to build a strong foundation for the next generation. My husband and I are small business owners with a Rich family history of entrepreneurship. Mary Brown said he was doing $1 million deals and owned a restaurant, but I didn't hear that on his website. But let me continue. And we have built a successful accounting and consulting firm with offices located across 3 states and serving clients nationwide. Our commitment to excellence and service permeates every aspect of our work. I hold a bachelor's degree in psychology from William Tyndale College and earned my ABA approved paralegal certificate from Oakland University in Michigan. My commitment to education extends beyond my personal accomplishments as I am a certified volunteer teacher in abstinence-based health education through my local pregnancy center. As president and oh my God, as president and co-founder of Protect Student Health Georgia, as well as an activist at the Capitol, I've had the privilege of collaborating with concerned parents and citizens to prioritize the well-being and innocence of our children in schools. My effort focused on bolstering parental rights and advocating for healthy policies through strategic partnerships. Additionally, my role as a paralegal for the Child and Parental Rights Campaign has allowed me to champion the rights of parents to shield their children from the potential harms of gender identity ideology. Active in the Republican Party, both as an officer and volunteer, I advocate for transparency, individual rights, and reining in government overreach. Through my travels across the state teaching biblical citizenship, I have witnessed the importance of standing up for our shared values and reminding our community that courage is contagious. In addition to my grassroots involvement, I am proud to serve as a partner with True the Vote on election integrity. I have served as a poll worker and assistant poll manager during primaries and general elections, as well as volunteered as a poll watcher, ballot monitor, and audit review panelist. These experiences have granted me an up and close understanding of the electoral process, and I am grateful for the opportunity to fulfill this civic duty. My commitment to election integrity was further underscored when I had the honor of providing affidavits to the Georgia legislature for SB 202, which instituted critical reforms like requiring voter ID, vote by mail ballots. I am dedicated to strengthening our election integrity and security and educating others about the importance of safeguarding our constitutional republic. Georgia's new 81 State House district deserves a representative who is committed to preserving our values, defending parental rights, and fostering an environment where our children can thrive. I am running to be that advocate, and I humbly ask you and I humbly ask for your support. Together, let's ensure a brighter future for our families and communities. With gratitude, Noel. Now, based on just that, we got somebody that done. We got KW Don 7 says Harris is not winning. Crotch grab will get at least 300 electoral votes unless he gets clipped beforehand. Oh, if they only knew, if they only knew what was fixing to happen. We got Buster B. Jones says he got a girls now. A Mary Brown. Mishael Michelle, however you pronounce it, it does sound like a girl's name, but I don't want to make fun of his name because if I make it about his name and I make it about name calling, he's gonna say I'm doing the community a disservice by not talking about policy. So I don't want to make it about the name of a Mary Brandt. Somebody see you there. I would rather see you run for president so I could see you troll the hell out of the media, the news, and other politicians. That would be a shit show. I would love to see. Thank you, thank you. But after reading and going through their websites, hold on, we haven't even gone through Noel's website. We got House District. We got some endorsements, right? Let's read the endorsements. Oh my God. Look at the endorsements. We got Jody White, former congressman. I am excited to announce my endorsement of Noel for Georgia 81st State House District as a dedicated public servant and a strong advocate for our community. Noel has proven time and again that she is the right person to represent our values in the state legislature. I am proud to stand with Noel, and I urge all of my fellow citizens in the 81 district to join me in supporting her candidacy. Then we got Dr. Paul Brown, former congressman. It is with great pleasure and confidence that I announce my endorsement of Noel for state representative of Georgia House District 81. Noel is a strong, determined, and dedicated individual who shares my commitment to Georgia and understands the importance of persevering the dreams of our forefathers. Join me in supporting Noel for Georgia House District 81, and let's reclaim the American dream together. Then we got some organization endorsements. We got the Georgia Life Alliance pro-life certification. We got Make Liberty Win Pack. We got the Stand Health Freedom. And we got the NRA AQ rating, all giving their endorsements. And with all that said, hold on, we got Non-Swirl Jones says GMT. What's the racial makeup of District 81? I have no idea of the racial makeup of District 81. All I know is during the primaries, more people voted for Mary Brown than voted for Noel. So to act like there's people who won't vote for Mary Brown, we can't say that because during the primary, Mary Brown got 3,200 votes. He got 600 more votes than Noel. Well, some of you are going to ask GMT, if Mary Brown got 600 more votes than Noel, what makes you think Mary Brown is going to get washed? Mary Brown is going to get washed. He don't have the experience. He hasn't made the investment. He don't have a campaign manager. He don't know. He don't know what he's doing. He don't know what he's doing. You want to know how I know he don't know what he's doing? He got a YouTube channel that he went live from, and I wanted to play that video. And Mary Brown, if you watching, go to your last live stream where you had my picture and your thumbnail. Put that video unlisted or make it public. Your choice. I know you're trying to run a clean campaign. You said you had nothing to hide. Mary Brown told me on that live stream he had nothing to hide, but he's the one taking down live streams. He's the one that took down all his videos. He's the one that cleared the community tab. He's the one that took down all his Facebook posts when he was talking about black men and black W and B dubs when it comes to dating and mating. I mean, Mary Brown has taken down a lot of videos and he got nothing to hide. Mary Brown was the one that he said, guess what he said about Grandmaster Troll after I did my video and he seen me schedule this live stream? He said he was going to flag down my channel. Oh, wait a minute, a Mary Brown. If I'm just a troll who calls himself the Grandmaster Troll, and I'm somebody who should not be taken seriously, why are you threatening to flag my channel? Only thing I'm doing is showing the people your platform, her platform, and the people can vote on who they think is the best candidate to run for their district. Oh, that's right. That's right, a Mary Brown. You see, a Mary Brown, you're running a fake platform because you get on, you go around as Mishael White and you say stuff like this. Hold on, let me see if I can pull up a Mishael White. Let me see if I can pull up a Mishael White video and show you the difference between a Mishael White and a Mary Brown. Let me see if I can find some of these videos. Oh, now all of a sudden these videos don't want to pop up. Let me see. Let me see if I can find that first video I wanted to show. Now all of a sudden videos don't want to show up. Don't you hate when that happens? Now all of a sudden videos don't want to show up all of a sudden. Ain't that some? Here. Is that video? Here we go. Here's the video. This is the video right here. Let me see if I can show it so the people so we can actually help this Negro out and see if we could get this Negro some views. So your boy went to the Atlanta Voice, the campaign 2 days ago. He went to go campaign. So 2 days ago, this video's been up 2 days, and the only thing this got is 32 views. I gotta ask you something, Mary Brown, because you're supposed to hire a campaign manager, and during the live stream that you did today, you admitted that you didn't hire a campaign manager. Now I know money is a little tight, Oh, let me see if I could go back to your website real quick. Let me see if I could go back to your website, because when you're a Mary Brown, you own all this real estate, you doing $1 million deals and this, that, and the third. But when you're Mishael White, I'm just gonna pull it up right here. When you're Mishael White, you're a experienced commercial truck driver, devoted husband, father, and grandfather who believes in hard work. There's nothing about the restaurants you own. There's nothing about you being a real estate mogul who owns a hotel. I mean, you're just a blue collar. It's right here. Blue collar CDL driver. So I'm trying to figure out.
Nation, it's not free. We have.
I don't want to play that video. Yeah, I might not play that video. I'm trying to figure out, a Mary Brown, how is it when you're a Mary Brown, you're a business mogul who owns restaurants and a hotel and doing $1 million deals, but on your campaign page, you're just a CDL driver and hardworking father and grandfather. I mean, the shit is not adding up, because when Noelle ran down her resume, she had an extensive resume. She got degrees, she got certificates, she got small businesses. She's the ambassador for the veterans for Trump. I mean, she got a whole resume. But your resume, according to your campaign page, is this a CDL driver. But here you are. You on the Atlanta Voice. I'm trying to figure out. You mean to tell me, Mary Brown, you can, after you go to somebody's platform that has 2,700 subscribers, you telling me your wife, your kids, your friends, and your family, you can't send them the link to the video of the interview you just did, so your family could then post said link and share it across their social media platforms so people could at least watch it. I mean, there's more people watching this live stream of me talking about your campaign than an interview in which you were promoting your campaign. Can you make that make sense to me, Mary Brown, why more people are now watching this interview you're about to do about your campaign than people that actually watched your campaign? I mean, you should have hired me to be your campaign manager, because I could get more eyeballs on your website and your interviews, and then you being your own campaign manager. Can you make that make sense? I mean, if you're trying to win an election and you need people to watch you, you need people to actually share the interviews that you do. But when you did your live stream, this is the funny thing. And I wish that Mary Brown kept that video, because the problem with a Mary Brown, I'm gonna say this as nice as I can, and then I'm gonna say it as mean as I can. He is not politically, strategically intelligent enough to execute a somewhat successful campaign. In other words, Mary Brown, you are a stupid motherfucker. And like somebody I ref with, when somebody does something stupid on the football field, he always tells me there is no cure for stupid. How in the hell do you do an interview of your political platform and you don't even share it to where it could actually get some views so people could watch it? But you know what, in Mary Brown, your campaign stuff is gonna get some views. Say, oh, we everybody gonna know about it, Mary Brown. Everybody gonna know about Mishael White. And then when they go to the polls, November 5th, they will be well informed about you, Mary Brown. See, I'm making this about you. See, when you went live and you took down that live stream, you just what you tried to do. I'm hating on you, or I'm critiquing you because you're not doing a good job running a campaign. So to take the attention off of you from running a poor campaign, you're going to throw me in with Tariq Nasheed. You're going to throw me in with Taz exclusives. You're going to throw me in with Negroes who got a bunch of baby mamas. You're going to throw me in with Negroes who sell drugs and commit crimes and got criminal records. You're going to throw me in with those people. And you know damn well I don't do drugs. I don't have a bunch of baby mamas. I'm not running a grift. I have all my teeth. You see what you tried to do with Mary Brown? You tried to throw me in with the bad apples to make me look like a bad apple so you could deflect from your poorly ran campaign. But we're going to talk about your campaign. We're going to talk about your campaign right now. We're going to talk about what you said, what you did. So we're gonna see if the words match up. We're gonna look at everything you did, Mary Brown, because I got you. The Grandmaster Troll, I got you. You gonna be the first political career I ever destroy, and I'm destroying your political career before November 5th because we all know what's gonna happen. No, we all know what's gonna happen November 5th. People are gonna go to the polls, they're gonna vote, they're gonna count up all the votes, and you're gonna get washed. You gonna get washed by Noel, runaway, landslide. And when you get washed, you're gonna bring your muppet ass back to YouTube. Oh, I wasn't supposed to win. I didn't have the funding. She got all the funding. She got the Trump endorsement. She got this. She got that. They redid the district. They're gerrymandering the district. This is just another thing of systemic racism. This is more systemic racism to keep black men down. Yeah, that's what you gonna do. You gonna play the racism card.
Emancipation Proclamation. I'm only 2/3 of a man.
You gonna play the race card when you lose and how you was outclassed, an underdog, this, that, and the third. That's if you lose. And if you win, oh my God. Oh my God. If this Negro wins by some miracle, this Negro wins. This is exactly what this Negro gonna do. Oh, hallelujah. It's all glory goes to God. This is God's doing. I wasn't supposed to win. I don't have the funding. I'm fighting white supremacy. It's all glory goes to God. You're going to be up there with your wife. You're going to be crying. Oh my God. I got to give all the glory to God. It's God's doing. You are literally hoping that God bestows on you a miracle so that you could win this election. You are betting on a miracle. You don't even have a campaign manager, let alone an assistant. And the reason I say that, because there's no way you out here doing interviews and said interviews only have 30 views. Let's go ahead and play it.
What's going on, everybody? My name is Itoro Umatwin, the digital managing editor with The Atlanta Voice. Be sure to follow us on all of our platforms at theatlantavoice.com, as well as our social media platforms at The Atlanta Voice. And we have a special guest.
It is criminal. It is criminal for the Atlanta Voice to have all these social media platforms. They do an interview with a candidate who's going to help a district in their state, and they don't even do what they gotta do to make sure that the interview get more than 32 views. There's more people watching the interview right now than watched this interview the last 2 days, and they didn't even pay. They didn't even pay for this publicity I'm about to give them right now.
In the building. So tell us who you are, where you're from, and what you do.
All right. Well, hey, good morning. How you doing? It's glad to be here. I want to say thank you for the Atlanta Voice for having me on to talk about this important election. My name is Mishael White. I'm Georgia House District State 81 candidate running for office. And so it's been an experience.
Mhm.
Stop the show. Stop the show. We gotta back it up. We gotta back it up. Oh my God. Oh my God. Mary Brown, Mishael White. We got a problem. We got a problem. Cause you showing up on TV, you showing up on Negroes podcast, you're on the camera, this, that, and the third. You know, you gotta look the part just as much as you sound the part. And there was a dude in this space who goes by the name Kevin Samuels. I'm pretty sure you heard of the name Kevin Samuels. And before Kevin Samuels became the Godfather, before Kevin Samuels passed away, before Kevin Samuels was asking B-dubs they dress size, before Kevin Samuels blew up, before Kevin Samuels was playing them songs and calling himself the king and good lies, before all of that, Kevin Samuels was teaching black men how to dress. And the first thing he told black men about wearing a suit is you got to make sure that suit fits you and that suit ain't oversized. And I'm watching you, Mary Brown. And I'm seeing that you, after Kevin Samuels gave all that advice on how to wear a suit and how to style a suit and how to tie a tie and how to fit the suit, I see you on a podcast running to be a House representative. And you don't have the insight to wear a suit correctly. You don't have you breaking the number one rule, which is wear a suit that fits. But I'm gonna let you rock out
About this important election. My name is Mishael White. I'm Georgia House District State 81 candidate running for office. And so it's been an experience.
Mhm.
Yeah.
So this is your first time. It's your first time running for any kind of office, right?
Yes, sir. Yeah, this is my first time running for office. It's been rough and tumble, out of the frying pan and into the fire, so to speak. But we're making do and we're making strides, and I feel good about where we are during the campaign.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
So
he feel good about where they are during the campaign. In other words, he feels he's in a position that he could win.
House District 81, where is it on the map?
Well, District 81 is in Henry County, southeast Georgia, Locust Grove, McDonough, Kellytown, Lake Haven, East Lake area. It's a diverse area. You have a mix of Democrat, Republican, white, black. But the things that I've been
Oh, so he don't live in super mega. It's a diverse town, white, black, Democratic, Republican. So if he lose, he can't get on YouTube and talk about all that white supremacy. I'm in MAGA land. They don't want a black man live. No, he lived in a diverse community of white and blacks, Democrat and Republicans. Okay.
been focused on in the campaign are the issues that we share in common and the things that we care about. These are issues that transcend party and they transcend race. And so the type of campaign that I've been running is one that is looking to unify us around what are our common goals and aspirations for the residents of District 81.
Uh-huh. So tell me what compelled you to get involved in politics, especially in this moment where, let's just say, for lack of a better term, the environment's been very toxic, not only in
Absolutely.
Georgia, but also around the nation.
Well, I put it like this. I'm I'm a resident of District 81. I'm a working guy. So I know what the residents in the area care about. And it's kind of what you just mentioned about the toxicity of our political climate right now. And I think that, just as regular citizens, there is a lot of fatigue with the toxicity. And so I wanted to set an example for my wife, my family, my friends, and my children about making a sacrifice and dedicating yourself to something that's bigger than you. And again, as I stated before, that's one of the things that we've tried to do in this campaign is kind of tamp down the toxic environment and the toxic political rhetoric.
You want to what? You want to tamp down the toxic and the political rhetoric. Okay.
And show what's possible when we come together and when we unite around what are our common goals.
And show what's possible when we come together and unite around common goals. Okay, that sound real good, Mishael White.
Absolutely. When you've, hit the neighborhoods and all that good stuff, what has been the responses been like knowing that, you are new to this space and
Right.
you are the working man? Like, how have the residents of House District 81 have taken to you?
Well, it's been overwhelmingly positive. I've heard people say, "Wow, no one has ever really came in and spoke with me before," and to find out, what I care about and what are my concerns and my issues. And that's been the silver lining throughout this process is being on the ground, talking to folks, and really seeing in real time how no matter what our differences may be, at the end of the day, they're superficial when compared to the things that we care about, that we have common ground around. And so the interactions and the responses have been overwhelmingly positive. And even for many residents in the area, as I talked to them, they found out about my background, the fact that I'm just a blue collar working guy. They find inspiration in that. And that's really what what running for office and holding office is about. It's about public service. And so I kind of just let them know, look, my name is Mishael White, and I'm running to put the servant back in public servant, and they take to that message.
Absolutely. When we talk about, when you talk about public servants and what that entails and what that represents, it's sometimes, taking a stand on issues that the public, are very, very, very passionate about. Recently, we've had a school shooting at Appalachia, and many of the organizations that have vested interest in our community, they have taken a stand and they've supported the students and the families and the community out there. But also to that point, House Speaker John Burns advocated for safe storage, and I know that's something that the Democrats have been pushing for years in the legislature. If you were elected, what would you like to see done, regarding school safety in Georgia?
Well, obviously, first let me say this. We have the Constitution, and we know that the Constitution gives us certain rights, but those rights also come with responsibility. I myself, I'm a gun owner. I am, a gun enthusiast to a certain extent. And as someone who has 6 children, I've had to make sure.
You see. Now that's Mishael White right there. That's Mishael White. You see, Mishael White show up to your political podcast. Mishael White would tell you we need to tone down the toxicity. Mishael White will say, we need to stop with the rhetoric. Mishael White will put on the suit, speak like a politician, and sound real good. Mishael White will come knock on your door, ask you about the issues, the needs, the changes you want to see in the community. And you will have this discourse with him. He'll talk real nice, talk real sweet to you, and you think he's possibly for you. You close your door, he goes about his way, you go about your way. But at some point, Mishael White goes back home and he turns into a Mary Brown. And there's something that goes along. There's just something about Black YouTube, they because when they're at work, when they're at their job, they real nice. They real nice. But I had to do some homework. I had to do some homework. I had to go look because there's a reason. There's a reason why Mary Brown, aka Mishael White, took down all the content. Took down all the content, all the live streams, the years and years worth of live streams he had on his channel. Because he's hiding something. What is he hiding, GMT? What is he hiding, GMT? What do you mean? What do you mean? What is he hiding? It didn't take me that long to find it at all. I type in the Mary Brown show, and there's a catalog of panels in which you've been on, Mary Brown. And I understand why you took down them live streams, because you do have some knowledge. Because if your political opponent knew what you was doing on YouTube, what you was telling black folk, people who look like you, people who look like you, men who look just like you.
Emancipation Proclamation, I'm only 2/3 of a man.
People who look like you. I was so disappointed because I told Negroes, leave Black YouTube alone. It's gonna come back and haunt you. And boy, did it ever come back and haunt Mishael White. Let's go ahead and let me roll the tape real quick. Oh yeah. You remember this? You remember this? You remember this? Mishael White and Mary Brown. You see, this is what you're not going to address on the Mary Brown show, and you for sure want to address this as you run for a House rep of District 81 in Georgia. You remember when you was on a panel with Tony Maceo, C. Boogie, and Mary Brown, and you was talking about your boy Taz exclusives. You remember when you said this?
Right.
Thing I'm about the Ramil back up. This stuff is facts. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. You see what I'm saying? So, like, at least you can goddamn respect that. Taz is a crackhead. That's all that nigga is. Like I said, Taz is the type of dude you'll send to the store to go get you a honey bun and keep the change so he can use that to get his little rock money up. That's the type of dude Taz is, man. I mean, think about it. Anytime you 6'6" and ain't got shit at 40-something, that tell you everything you need to know right there. Nigga, you was born with a genetic lottery.
Right.
You can be 6'6" and go play in the D League, go play overseas, be a bench warmer in the NBA and make anywhere from $250,000 to $300,000 a year. Just because you saw, and all you gotta have is the fundamentals.
Wait, Mary, Mary, Mary Brown, Mishael White. You mean as a politician who wants to get away from the toxicity and the negative rhetoric? You're on YouTube calling somebody who looks like you a crackhead, and how you would send them to the corner store to get a honey bun, and then the N-word is rolling off your tongue the way sweat roll off a nigga forehead. Could you imagine if all the people who you beef with on YouTube, nihilists, Taz exclusives, and they riled up the B1 network and they started clipping a Mary Brown toxic talking points that he said on YouTube about black people, of you dropping the N-word. Don't you know that that will spell disaster for your campaign? We got Bell 4148 says what he said wasn't problematic. This is how you know Negroes aren't politically smart. Is there video or a sound bite? Joe Biden saying the N-word? Is there video or a sound bite of Obama saying the N-word? Is there video, sound bite of Donald Trump, J.D. Vance, Gavin Newsom, Kamala Harris, Mayor Shane Tao, London Breed? Pick your favorite conversation of them talking about a nigga is a crackhead who you would send to the corner store to get honey buns because he's 6'6", hit the genetic lottery and didn't make it to the NBA, stereotyping black men? We got Bell 4148 says the non-black people won't care. That was only 10 seconds of research I did. I didn't even go through BGS's channel. I didn't go through Charles Faulkner's channel. I didn't go through any other channel. I just put the Mary Brown Show, saw a Mary Brown's name and Taz Abusive, clicked on. This is what I did. Clicked on said video, ran my cursor on it until the Mary Brown picture came up, got to a point, click play,
and get good grades.
Hey, Mary, I asked one of those hotel hooligans, man, have they ever heard about the book of the bargain? Or do they know about the 9 principles of Ma'at? And when I asked them, man, all I heard was cricket. Okay, exactly. It was,
Yeah.
because about a lot the 10. Of course, you don't know what I was.
I'm gonna look into that because I ain't never really been into the hotep stuff. Like the way I approach things, I more approach things like from a practical sense. Like just
Right.
I'm like about practical stuff. Get life insurance.
That was
Become
all
a
I
home.
did. That was
Me,
all
I
I
am
did.
a star,
Crack is
nigga.
wet, hoe ass nigga.
Uh-oh.
Star, nigga.
Uh-oh.
I got
Uh-oh.
Not at all.
Uh-oh. Uh-oh. And it's not that bad. Hold on. Now we got Taz exclusives up here. Let's go ahead and click play.
Ass
niggas
nigga.
everywhere
Hoe
talking
ass
about
nigga. Yeah,
In the
nigga.
comments,
Your ass losing subscribers.
dirty,
Nigga.
bad ass nigga.
Hoe ass.
And
You a
what?
hoe.
talking
You a
about
hoe,
me.
nigga.
And
Stop
You are
smoking crack.
talking about me. I
Stop
am a
smoking crack.
star,
Crack is
nigga.
wet, hoe ass nigga.
Star, nigga. I got
Crack is
little
wet. You ain't no fucking star.
Star.
Your monkey ass been on YouTube
That is on your
every
for
eye.
4 years, every goddamn day, and barely got 13,000 subscribers. You had 14,000 a few days ago. That
What
shit
Mac
dwindling.
City?
I'm gonna pass your ass up real soon, you bitch, nigga.
City cat.
You think let's go back to that comment. You think after hearing Mary Brown go back and forth with task exclusives with expletives flying out of his mouth, you think the people of District 81 is going to be okay with that? Or do you think the people of District 81 is going to be okay with it? Hold on. You think if I go to Noel for Georgia's Facebook page, click message, share the link to that video and the timestamp of her political opponent on a YouTube live stream, calling another man a whole ass, bitch ass nigga? You don't think that's going to have no negative impact on the Mary Brown campaign? Hell, since I'm doing these live streams, I know Taz Exclusives is watching now. Taz Exclusives. He don't strike me the guy that would snitch. He don't strike me as the guy that would tattletale. But you don't think that the B1 network, the Taz Exclusives army, you don't think one of their minions won't take that link and send a message, say, aren't you running against Mishael White? It's funny that he was on the Atlanta Journal talking about we got to get rid of, we got to get away from the toxicity and the negative rhetoric. But here is your political opponent on a YouTube panel going back and forth using some of the most abusive language, and we want this guy to be a house rep of District 81. If you believe that, Bell 4148, you is the dumbest Negro in captivity. You see, when I did my rant, when I was on my way to work, and I was breaking down SBE. The reason why SBE was bad, because you had a bunch of black men, contrary to popular belief, had huge potential. But they got up on the mic, said some hurtful things about a lot of special interest groups. People sat back, clipped what they said, and then uploaded it to various YouTube channels. Bala X for one. Now those same people are seeing that YouTubers, that's right, YouTubers are running for political office. But to run for political office, you have to have a squeaky clean background where these sound clips don't sabotage you before you start your campaign. Because more than likely, you're not going to be the guy who grew up in a rough neighborhood, committed some minor crime, went to jail for a little bit, got out, turned their life around, and now is an activist running for a political spot. And if you've done that, there's only so high that you can go in political office. But the Mary Browns and none of one of these dudes, great potential. This is why he's putting all his videos on private, because he don't want what he said on his Mary Brown channel to haunt him in his campaign. But the Negroes too stupid to realize he done said stuff on a bunch of other platforms that can be used against him. And I gotta admit, I was intrigued because I go to the Noelle, her channel right here. This channel only got 7 subscribers. Let me say that again. Noelle's YouTube channel only got 7 subscribers. But when she dropped a video, she got a campaign manager and a campaign team that will put these links in places in which they get clicks, and they get 35,000 views. They get 32,000 views. She did a video against the incumbent, the person holding the position that they're running for. She dropped an ad about her incumbent.
Feeling Claritin Clear is like...
It hit for 17,000 views, and during the primaries, she beat the incumbent. Here's the ad.
Busy or too naive? Politician Lauren Daniel helped Jane Fonda advance her bill to teach children how to say yes to sex? Jane Fonda's goal is to get radical sex ed into every school district in Georgia. Jane Fonda uses her nonprofit GCAP with their lobbyists to influence unwitting Republican legislators to sign on to Democrat bills. In 2023, Lauren was warned when it was discovered that she was a first co-sponsor of this dangerous GCAP bill, HB 822. That warning was ignored. Thankfully, Noelle Kahan and other grassroots conservatives understand the legislative process and actively monitor the very bills that some legislators like Lauren are too busy or too naive to investigate. In 2024, after yet another outcry from concerned constituents, Lauren finally removed her name from the bill. The question is, how could her name have been on the bill in the first place? Jane Fonda's organization pays lobbyists to influence legislators. Here's a screenshot of one of the dinners that a GCAP lobbyist disclosed on an expense report. A dinner with none other than Lauren Daniel. The real question is, what else has Lauren been deceived by that we will never know about? The bottom line is the conservative constituents of House District 81 cannot afford to have someone absent on the issues, or worse, influenced by radical Democrat lobbyists who have their own self-interests ahead of the protection of children. On May 21st, please vote for Noel Kahan, a true conservative Republican that won't sponsor Democrat bills or be bought by lobbyists. Paid for by Noel for Georgia.
Stop the motherfucking show. Stop the motherfucking show. You see how you run a motherfucking campaign, a Mary Brown? You catch your political opponent lacking, drop an ad on them. Let that ad get 17,000 views. I'm willing to bet most of them views within the state of Georgia. When the primaries come out, everybody think the incumbent gonna win, and then you look up and the incumbent falls. And now the incumbent who has a campaign manager, has people editing videos, knows how to get those videos out to the masses when it comes to voting time. And you on YouTube arguing with a Taz exclusives, calling him hoe ass, bitch ass. You arguing with niggas. You can't control your emotions to where you not what? And you want to represent District 80? What? And to hide from all of that, you gonna go live on your channel. You can't listen to a guy named the Grandmaster Troll. I mean, that's the problem with these people. They all want to be YouTubers. They all want to be social media influencers. They all want to. Don't you understand, Mishael White, that the president that you plan to vote for, Kamala Harris, got Glorilla, got Meg the Stallion, got Sexy Red shaking their naked ass at campaign rallies? Glorilla, Meg the Stallion, Sexy Red. There are social media influencers. The person you voting for, Mary Brown and Kamala Harris, she went to Call Her Daddy, which is a channel where all they pretty much do is interview porn stars. But the person you about to vote for to become president of this nation went to that platform, social media influencer, to talk about women's rights and reproductive rights and abortion. And you trying to shame me because I half-ass want to be a social media influencer, and I really don't want to be a social media influencer, because if I did, I would go live more often. So you know what we gonna do? You know what we gonna do? Since you want to vote for Kamala Harris, since you don't want to be accountable, because this is all this is about right here. Mary Brown, or should I say Mishael White, doesn't want to be accountable for a Mary Brown. Today, we are going to make Mishael White be accountable for Mary Brown. What is GMT going to do? Let me show you. what I'm gonna do. Let me show you. Oh, let me show you what the Grandmaster Troll gonna do. Let me show you. Let me show you. See, what you do is you go in, copy that link right there. You go in, you copy that link right there. You go to the video, you get the timestamp of the argument.
Yeah, now I'm on your asshole ass nigga. I'm on your asshole ass nigga. Let me tell you something. You know how I know you got a weak chin? You ain't got no motherfucking teeth. And because you ain't got no teeth in your mouth, that means you ain't got no bone in your goddamn jaw. I knock your motherfucking ass out, you bitch ass nigga. Thought it was over, huh, whole ass nigga.
Let's go ahead and back that up. Let me just go ahead and back that up. Let's go ahead and back that. Let's back that up. Let's back that up. Oh, where does this argument even start? Where does it even start at?
You got a name for me?
I have a name for you. I have a name. I have the charge. I have the court. I have.
What's the name?
I have it all. I told
What's
you
the name, man?
in the comment section.
No, I'm saying right now though. Just I'm saying you did it right. You pulled it.
Shut your bitch ass up.
There you go, right there. 2:19:56 seconds. You go over to the Facebook page. You go to over here where it says message, right here, message. Then where it goes message, you say something like this. I'm inspired by your campaign. However, your political opponent, Mishael White, goes by the name the Amiri Brown Show on YouTube. And at the 2 hour, let's go back to the video. 2 hour and 19. 2 hour and 19 and 56 mark of the video below. This is how he conducts himself when he is not in a professional setting. And you hit send and you put the video in the link. You sit, you wait for a day, you wait for a couple of days, you wait till the election. Maybe Noel will put a video out of all the expletives you was yelling at Mary Brown. Maybe she ran an ad, the same ad that she ran on Lauren Daniels. Maybe you get hit with an ad. What you gonna do with Mary Brown? Do you even have the firepower? Do you even have the firepower to strike back? Or are you gonna do damage control? All of a sudden, you gotta get up on your YouTube channel. You gotta do all sort of damage control. You know, it was something that happened way back. You know, I'm not too proud of it. You know, I wasn't in my right mind. I wasn't thinking about public office at the time. I was just a regular dude. You see how the Grandmaster Troll. I got your political career at the tip of my motherfucking finger. It's at the tip at my motherfucking fingers. I'm sitting back. I'm sitting back. You uplifting Kamala Harris. You voting Kamala Harris, which meaning if her cronies came down to state rep and they helped and they propped you up, you would push the exact same agenda of a Kamala Harris. And that agenda is directly opposed to my agenda. So it behooves me, a Mary Brown, not to see you to be House Rep of Georgia of District 81. Because if you do, you could be House Rep. You could then become councilman, assistant mayor, governor, then president, vice president, senator, Congress, and we know you aren't going to push agendas that benefit Black men because you are affiliated with a political party that is directly opposed to Black men like me. So it behooves me. To actually go to Facebook, hit send, and then edit, copy the link, and hit send again. Fall back. See what happens. Maybe their political campaign manager is lacking. Maybe they don't answer inboxes. Maybe they won't click the link and see the video. It's in God's hands now. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to go ahead and drop the link, and people could come up and we could have the conversation. We got Pookie and Ray says, you know he watching. Expect him to strike your channel. You see, if they strike my channel, they prove me 100% correct. Because they have to silence me. Because them striking my channel tells me and tells the world that this channel can affect politics. This channel can dictate who gets elected and who doesn't get elected. See, if you would have asked me a couple of years ago if this channel had that power, I would always say no. I remember I was dating Neon Eyes at the time, and she was like, you the Grandmaster Troll. You the most dangerous troll. People was scared of you. People was terrified. This, that. I would always say, I have no idea why people are terrified of my YouTube channel. Little did I know that the power and the might that the Grandmaster Troll has can now swing an election. The power that I have can swing an election. We could dictate from the state of California who could be the House rep in Georgia of District 81. And if I can affect that election race, how many other races, other elections can I affect? Can I have an output on the election for the presidency? Can I have an effect on Mayor Shanghai, who's up for recall in Oakland? Can I have an effect on the mayor's election in San Francisco with London Breeze so we can get that raggedy mayor out of office? How many elections can the Grandmaster Troll? Now they want to strike down my channel. Now they terrified. Now they terrified. I'm gonna give you something to be afraid of. You not gonna cape for Kamala Harris and try to pass them BS policies that's gonna affect my people in a negative way. Today, the Grandmaster Troll said, no, we are not having it. We ain't having it today, Amiri Brown. All that Democrat, Kamala Harris, all them respectability politics where you get on the suit and you use all of the in lingo and all of the dog whistle language and all of the talking points and trying to BS your way through these interviews so you could get an election. We not doing that no more. What we doing is we doing substance politics. You're going to have some substance behind what you doing. You're not going to ride behind Kamala Harris and not hold her accountable for the way she's been running the country as vice president. The American people is not having it no more. And all that shaming you can do, all the insults you can do, all the need to be right. No. We ain't doing this no more. We are not doing this no more. We not going to these podcasts, putting on the suit.
Sure that I had safe storage, when it came to, having firearms and being a responsible gun owner. With that being said, anything that's presented at the state legislature, for me, I would have to look at the language, what are the goals of the legislation, and making sure that we are able to make sure people are able to enjoy their rights as citizens of this country when it comes to bearing arms, and that we're being responsible and we're doing it in a responsible and smart way. Specifically, if we're talking about how do we make sure our children are safe and don't have to worry about school shootings, things like panic buttons, specialized locks, protocols, and even metal detectors, if that's what it calls for. For me, and look, I have a son who goes to Locust Grove High School, and so when I heard about that shooting incident, it kind of put it into perspective for me, because I can only shudder to think about what those parents are going through when you hear that.
You see, Mary Brown, you see how lost and confused you are. you see how lost and confused you are when it comes to school shootings. You believe putting a panic button in a school is going to prevent a school shooting. You see, when the shooter has their gun and it's tucked, and they pull out that gun and they start getting the dropping the bodies. They get the dropping the bodies and somebody hit the panic button. Lives is already lost. It's too late. You want to put locks on the door, do it in the classroom with the gun. It's too late. You want to put metal detectors at the school. What you don't realize is when the knuckleheads get out that car with that thing on them and they get to the metal detectors, who's ever at the metal detectors when they pull out that gun, that's where they gonna drop the bodies at. You still ain't figuring it out, Mary Brown. While you at work working, the criminals is already working on you, and they already got the drop. See, we got somebody who wants to come on to the Grandmaster Troll. Who we got in the building?
Hey, what's up, sucker? You think you doing something, bro?
Oh, we got the great Mishael
You know,
White
you
in
know,
the building.
I pull up. You think you doing something, bro? You think it's gonna change something? That's what you think? When this is all said and done and it don't, then what you gonna do? You gonna feel stupid or what?
Yeah. If the Grandmaster Troll, this is
Let me ask you a question. Let me ask you a question, bro. Where do you see yourself at in life in 5 years? Tell me. What's your 5 year plan for your life?
What's my 5 year plan for my life?
Yeah, for your life. You got grandmaster. You're not master of your future, of your destiny, of your fate. You think this is gonna do something, bro? You think anybody really cares about this small sector of YouTube, man? With this internal drama, is that really what you think? What is it? What do you have going on internally that you would want to see me fail? What is it?
Well, why do I want to see you fail?
Yeah. Let's talk about it.
Aren't you a major supporter of Kamala Harris?
I'm a major supporter of policy that works.
Has her border
You
policies worked?
you're in what?
Have her border policies worked?
Who's the governor of your state?
The governor of my state,
Yeah.
Gavin Newsom.
Why are you focused on Kamala Harris when Gavin Newsom is the governor of your state and your state is a border state? So that can be handled at the state level, can it?
It can
So
be.
then why? Okay, so then what are you doing locally to deal with that issue then? Why are you putting that on Kamala?
Well, when Governor Newsom came up for recall, I signed the petition, and then when we had the chance to recall him, we didn't have enough votes.
You didn't have enough vote. Okay, so again, what are you doing right now that you think is going to change anything? If you don't have enough votes if you can't get enough votes in your own local community, why are you worried about what's going on outside? You got work you need to be doing to fix the border at your state, don't you?
It's not up to me to fix the border.
No. You said you mentioned Kamala's border policy, right? You're in a state that can affect that in your state, in your local area. Shouldn't you be working on that? And the reason why I'm saying that, because you're the one who brought it up. See, nothing that you're hold up, nothing that you're doing, bro, is going to change who's going to win this election, whether that be Kamala Harris or whether that's going to be Donald Trump. Nothing that you're doing right here, right now is going to change that. So that's why I'm asking, okay, so then what's the real motivation? Because surely Grandmaster Troll has to be intelligent and smart enough to know that nothing that he's doing is going to change the outcome of this election. It's going to be what it's going to be. The country is a 50-49 country. So somebody going to win with 50% of the vote, somebody going to lose with 49% of the vote. So what really is it? Why do this? Well, and again, let's just make it clear. I don't give a shit. You're never gonna stop me. When I came on this space in 2017, 7 years later, these same people that I found here are still here doing the exact same thing. What's the progression? What's the end game? The end game is to sit on here, lollygag, kaka, kiki, do content, but is the needle really moving in your own life? And if the needle is not moving in your own life, then let's I'm a solutions look, I'm a solutions based person. Let's come up with solutions to deal with the reality, because like I've been saying, the course is set for a certain segment of American society. You're gonna be a permanent underclass. It is what it is. You wasted too much time. You've played too much.
I played too much, huh?
Not you. I'm talking about as a community, as a group of people. The course is set. It's just like math. Like you said, when you get they got the drop over, because what it really is me being out and being active and actually walking what I'm talking makes you feel some type of way. With this segment of individuals who behave this way. See, because I'm a big believer in losers focus on winners, winners focus on winning. Winners focus on winning. That, like, nothing that you're doing is gonna change anything. That's what I want you to understand and take from this. It's not gonna change anything for me. It's not gonna change anything for you. It's not gonna change anything with politics or with the race. It's gonna be what it's gonna be.
Well, let me ask you this question since you're here. How are you gonna change District 81?
How I'm gonna change District 81? How? The same way I've done everything else in my life. See, because don't nobody give me nothing. Nobody has ever given me anything. Everything I ever got, I had to go out there and get it on my own and get it for myself.
Nobody never gave you nothing.
Nobody ever gave me anything. And anytime I've stepped to the plate to take what was mine, it's always somebody there trying to stop it, like what you doing now, thinking you're gonna change something, but you ain't gonna change nothing, bro. It's gonna be what it's gonna be. Cause see, this what y'all don't know and what y'all can't know. I ain't just start doing this. I've been doing this. So you ain't changing nothing. You ain't changing nothing. And like I've been telling, I'm beyond this little petty YouTube squabble beef. This is over. If you can't see that this is going down, it's not inclining, then I don't know what to tell you. The same people I met here 7 years ago are still here doing the same thing, talking about the same stuff, but no real progression.
Let me ask you this question.
Yeah.
Are you going to win the November 5th election?
I'm not supposed to win. I'm not supposed to win.
Why aren't you supposed to win?
Because that's politics.
What do you mean? It's
because when you
just got on here and said I'm a loser focusing on the winner. Then when it comes to the election, you telling me you're not gonna win.
That's the election.
Why can't
see? But the bigger picture eludes you, like it always does, because we think very surface. We think very surface level. And even when I break it down for you and tell you what it is I'm doing, you still can't see what it is I'm doing. So we're gonna see. Look, listen, bro. Like I've been telling people.
What are you doing? Explain it to me.
Yeah, you'll see. I'm not gonna. You got all the answers. You figure it out.
Well, I got all the answers now.
Yeah, you got all that. You got all the answers. You figure it out. But
if you happen to win, the election,
no, I ain't gonna win. Remember?
What do you mean you ain't gonna win?
That's what I ain't gonna win. Remember, that's what that's what y'all been saying. He's not gonna win. This, that, and the third or the other. You send it like we're gonna see what it's gonna be. We're gonna see what it's gonna be, man. And I'm gonna leave you with that, GMT. You know what I'm saying? If this what you want to do, you do that. But it ain't gonna change nothing, fam.
Let me ask you one question. Why did you want to flag my channel?
I didn't say nothing about flagging your channel. I never mentioned the word. No. Did I mention the word? I said your channel gonna be gone. And it is, because that's just common. Look, that's just common sense. If you do content on YouTube that violates their service agreement and things of that nature, then you're gonna lose your channel. I don't have to. This is what you need to understand about me. Hold up. This is what you need to understand about me.
When you click on my channel, they play ads.
Listen, bro. Well, you're gonna lose that then, because this is what you need to know about me. I ain't got time to be sitting here flagging nobody channel, but I just know how stuff go. Because what goes around comes around.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? I just know how stuff go. What goes, it's just math. What goes around comes around. So you could do it, but don't say nothing when it get done to you.
Okay.
So you have a good one, bro.
All right, you too. That was your boy Mary Brown. He say he not gonna win the election. He say he not supposed to win. But somehow he's inspiring change. Somehow he's inspiring change. He's not supposed to win the election, but somehow he's inspiring change. Let me see if I can bring up his platform real quick. He wants to protect our students and improve public education. That's also another thing he said. He said in his live stream he did a couple of hours ago before he put it on private, he said Negroes can't read. But then is mad that Donald Trump wants to get rid of the Board of Education. You see, in his Negro mind, he don't see the problem with that. If a bunch of kids are going through the Board of Education, kindergarten through 12th grade, and they graduate and they can't read or do math at grade level or at a proficient level, that means the educational system has failed them. And when a system is failing, you get rid of that system and you bring in a new system that could meet the needs of the children. So when you see a Kamala Harris and a Mary Brown and they get up there, Trump wants to get rid of the Board of Education. What they don't tell you is that there's an alarming number of students who can't read, who can't write, can't do math, can't do science at a proficient level. That means that educational system has failed them. We need to do away with that educational system and bring in a new educational system, because you got a bunch of people in place getting money, salary, whatever it is, of government funding, and they're not succeeding at educating children. What else you got? What else you got up here that he's running on? Reduce Georgia's maternal mortality rate. Okay, support benefits for law enforcement and invest in our infrastructure. Seems like a okay platform. It seems like that platform is a tad bit better than Noel's platform, as Noel's platform is about gender ideology in school. I understand you want parents to have rights. She also wants fair elections. I understand why you want to have a fair election. But she didn't mention infrastructure. She didn't mention public safety. If public safety is a problem, I don't know if public safety is a problem in District 81. But the people will decide November 5th, and according to a Mary Brown, he not supposed to win. He is looking for a miracle. Let's see what else we got. Let me see if I go back to that. Go back to that interview real quick. Let me go back to that interview real quick because we got to hear the platform that he's running on.
You know, your child has been in a school where there's been some type of mass shooting, but also too, I think another component that we do need to look at is we do need to look at mental health. And you know, if we look, the focus should be on preventing these types of incidences from ever happening, right? And so whatever legislation is presented, you know, for me, it'll be the language and what are the goals of what that legislation is trying to do. And also, again, like I said, metal detectors, panic buttons, different protocols and things we can implement to make sure we're keeping our babies safe. That's our most precious resources, you know, is our children.
Absolutely right. And that is the key because, you know, there is.
Hold on.
What's the name?
I have it all. I told
What's the name, man?
in the comment section.
No, I'm saying right now though. I'm saying you did it right. You pulled it.
Shut your bitch ass up, you hoe ass nigga. Your ass gets dragged on up and down. Bitch ass nigga.
Talking about.
Nigga, yeah, nigga. Your ass losing subscribers, nigga. Hoe ass, you a hoe. You a hoe, nigga. Stop smoking crack.
About me, I am a star,
Crack is
nigga.
whack, hoe ass nigga.
Star, nigga. I got
Crack is whack. You ain't no fucking star. Your monkey ass been on you for 4 years, every goddamn day, and barely got 13,000 subscribers. You had 14,000 a few days ago. That shit dwindling. I'm gonna pass your ass up real soon, you bitch nigga. Yeah, I'm on your ass, hoe ass nigga. I'm on your ass, hoe ass nigga. Let me tell you something. You know how I know you got a weak chin? You ain't got no motherfucking teeth. And because you ain't got no teeth in your mouth, that means you ain't got no bone in your goddamn jaw. I knock your motherfucking ass out, you bitch ass nigga.
Wait a minute. We had somebody. We had somebody who's talking about public safety, who's talking about mental health, but he's on YouTube threatening physical violence on somebody else. When GMT points this out, I'm the problem because I'm not focusing on my state legislating proper policies to secure its border. You see how crazy this is? We just watched a political candidate get up on a platform, talk about public safety, keeping kids safe, and people need to act right and not be violent and control their mental health and this, that, and the third. But he on YouTube threatening physical violence on somebody. I point out the hypocrisy. How can you advocate for public safety, but then threaten to knock somebody out? Maybe I'm tripping. Maybe I'm high. Maybe I'm on drugs. Let's go back and listen to some more of the Atlanta voice.
I was in high school when Columbine happened. Right. And we didn't really know then what this thing could really just turn into. And
Right.
now it's just like, you know, my baby sister, when she graduated from high school a few years ago, active shooter drills. We were like, what is this all about? You know?
You're right. You're right. I remember when you know, when I was in school, we had to do a tornado drill or fire drill. We didn't have anything about active shooter drills. So just looking at it from that vantage point, we know that we have a problem that needs to be fixed. It's about how do we do it in a way that's going to ensure the rights of citizens, but also is going to do it in a responsible and in a smart way, and going to prioritize public safety.
I want to touch on the abortion rights issue in our state. Last week, Fulton County Superior Court Judge Robert McBurney, he struck down the 6-week abortion ban or abortion rule, and Chris Carr, the Attorney General of the state of Georgia, said he's gonna promptly appeal and go to the Supreme Court. Could you speak towards that? Give your thoughts on this issue and how it does, and how and the potential, what you want to see done, and then B, the
he gonna ask about abortion. Well, if Kamala's for abortion, I'm willing to bet $100 that Mary Brown's gonna be for abortion.
ramifications if the Republicans do or are successful on their wish.
Okay. Well, when it comes to this issue specifically, one of the things that I've kind of focused on in my campaign, and I think that gets lost in this debate between abortion rights and, you know, Democrats and Republicans, is Georgia's high maternal mortality rate. It's the 9th highest in the nation. And so when we're talking about this issue, that's kind of been more what I've been focused on, is how do we make sure that nursing and expectant mothers in Georgia are having their needs met, they're you know, able to get the prenatal and postnatal care that they need, making sure that we're able to help mothers who are dealing with postpartum depression, and finding ways to reduce Georgia's high maternal mortality rate. It's the 9th highest in the state, and I know that we can do better. If we're talking about legislation as it comes to these issues, for me, it's going to come down to language. It's going to come down to what are the parameters and the perspectives that's being implemented in the legislation, and also as well listening to the voices of my constituents, because I'm here to represent the people. My personal opinion and my personal beliefs aside, I'm running to represent the people of District 81. And so when it comes to those issues, the way I vote, it's gonna you know, reflect the will of the people in my district, and that's what I intend to do.
Absolutely. I want to ask about a global issue. I won't say global with respect to the conversation. It is a global issue, but you know, the conversation that that I've had and others have had in regards to Black men and voting for Trump and not supporting the vice president for one reason or another.
The gender war question. Let's go.
That's not related to policy, right? It's related to this idea that they don't want to see a Black woman elevated. And it's a conversation that whenever I go out, a lot of our women and our sisters, they say, what's this all about? Because we see it on social, we see it on YouTube, we see it on television, we even see it in our newspaper.
He tried to put the out in the question. He said, what do you think about Black men who are voting for Donald Trump, and it's not based on policy, And when you listen to black men and why they're not voting for Kamala Harris, it's based strictly on policy.
And the right has picked up on it.
Right.
And they've weaponized some concerns and a lot of falsehoods.
Right.
And they've packaged it in a way where it's like grievances. But yet they're taking advantage of the situation.
See, what these Democratic Negroes like to do, they use words like these black men have concerns, but there's some falsehoods, but they don't explain to you the falsehoods is because likely there are no falsehoods on why black men want to vote for Trump as opposed to Kamala.
You know what I mean? So I wanted you to speak to that issue in regards to black men and not being reticent to engage in the process, for one. Go ahead.
Oh, well, this is thank you for asking that question. This is an important issue. And I will say there is this palpable sense amongst many black men, many brothers who they themselves feel marginalized. They feel that, the things that they care about, the concerns they have aren't necessarily being addressed with any level of specificity. And let's be honest, just as Democrats, as a party, we're going to have to do a better job of reaching out to black men who are voters.
That's not what Mishael White says on the Amiri Brown channel. The answer he gave as Mishael White is very different than the answer he gives on the Amiri Brown show. On the Amiri Brown show, he says the reason why these black men want to vote for Trump is because they want to get up under white zaddy and they want to take away benefits from B-dubs because the B-dubs is running them and they're not leaders in their household, this, that, and the third. But here he is. Here he is with a very political correct answer. This is actually something I could actually agree with, but I've been listening to this Negro on the Amiri Brown show, and when it comes to why black men are voting for Donald Trump, this is not what he says.
And get them to understand what's at stake when it comes specifically to the Democratic platform and the policy. I think what gets lost, like you said, on social media in these discussions, we get caught up in, identity politics. But if you look at policies specifically that the Democratic Party pushes, these are policies that do benefit black men. If you're talking about increasing Georgia's minimum wage, that's going to have a positive impact on black men. If you talk about criminal justice reform and looking at ways in which black men are specifically targeted, that's going to benefit black men. Minimum wage, that's going to have a positive impact on black men. If you
So increasing minimum wage is going to have a positive impact on black men. Interesting.
talk about criminal justice reform and looking at ways in which black men are specifically targeted, that's going to benefit black men. If you look at things like making sure we're investing in educational attainment, these are things that are going to benefit black men, but it gets lost, like you said, in the sauce and these grievances that brothers had. For me, that's less of a substance issue and it's more of a messaging issue. And so there's a way to bridge that gap. so to speak. And so it's just a matter of the messaging and the outreach. And I ran across it myself on social media. And look, let's be real. For many brothers, some of them may be a lost cause. They may be over here on the misogyny.
There you go. That's what you say strictly on the Mary Brown show.
You know what I mean? I can't do nothing for that.
Right.
But if you have a legitimate gripe or a legitimate issue that you feel that isn't being concerned or addressed as a black man, well, then there's a way we can deal with that. But one of the things I do want to make perfectly clear is that the rise of a black woman does not mean the ruin of a black man. And that has to be part of the messaging that we put out there, and to see that, look, when it comes to who's the best candidate for the job of president of the United States, let's take away race, let's take away gender, you put resume against resume, well, then you take your pick.
Right.
I mean, I don't even have to look at it. I just look at who can do the better job. Like, come on. And it's obvious it's Vice President Kamala Harris.
Absolutely right. Absolutely right. So just want to land the plane with this.
Let's go ahead and land this plane.
Thank you for coming out, and
thank you for having me
and making the time. How can people get involved? How can people keep up with you and keep in touch with you?
Well, they could follow me on Instagram. It's Mishael White for Georgia. You can go to my website, www.votemishaelwhite.com. And, I'm always out and about in Henry County, Locust Grove, McDonough. Come knock some doors, your phone bank. And look, if you're feeling generous, you can donate. You can donate to the campaign. These campaigns take money. We are in a hard fight. It is a traditionally red district, and so any help that anyone would be willing to give, we welcome it. And God willing, we're going to get it done.
There it is. So be sure to keep up with Mishael White and on all the platforms that he laid out here. Mm-hmm. And my name is Itoro Yamatwin. Make sure you follow the Atlanta Voice.
So that's Misha. Okay, so that's how you pronounce it. It's not Michelle, it's Misha. We got, oh my God. Oh, we got KW Don 7. He says, wait a minute. Wait a minute. They think Kamala Harris is back. You see, these Negroes won't go watch the beautiful work that Candace Owens has been doing and been exposing and breaking down her family tree, and how her mother is Indian and how her father is also Indian but was born in Jamaica. But because they think her father was born in Jamaica and she could pass as a biracial black woman, and she was born in Oakland and went to an HBCU, they believe that she's black, even though some Candace Owens has been doing the God's work and has proven that she isn't black. But hey, it's all part of the grift. It's all part of the lie. And as you can see, you have to go along to get along. You have to believe that Kamala Harris is black. You got to believe that Kamala Harris is doing a good job at the border. Kamala Harris is doing a good job with inflation in the economy. Kamala is doing good overseas and preventing world wars, which they're not. And you have to vote for Kamala Harris to be president. And if you question that, you can't get in the club, you can't get on platforms, you can't get the donations. You can't get the support. And without the support, you can't get in office. And if you can't get in office, you can't redirect taxpayers' money to go in your pockets. Grandmaster Troll, I know the political game. I know what these Negroes in the Democratic Party is doing. So they can try to jump on my panel and tell me I need to check Gavin Newsom for letting illegal migrants into California, and I know damn well that dude want illegal migrants to walk in California. I know damn well he want illegal migrants to be able to vote. And when we had him up for recall, because we all signed the petition. We need to get Gavin Newsom recall. I said, let me get that petition. I signed my name. Then it was time to recall him. Somehow Gavin Newsom ended up winning, and I know how he ended up winning. It's the same way how Joe Biden won, and it's the same way that they're planning Kamala Harris to win. And if I say the plan of how they're going to win, they're going to take my YouTube channel to silence me. But I know what they're doing. But that Noel Kayan and her platform to make sure elections are safe and there's no question they're all legitimate. They want to make sure every vote is correct. There's nothing fishy going on with the election. I know why she's running on that platform. When she says she was a poll monitor, and she oversaw the counting of votes and the process that goes into it, and why she wants to educate the American people on that, because when they see stuff fishy, they can hold these Democratic politicians accountable for what they're doing during the elections. But let's see what else we got. Is there any more videos? Any more videos of our guy, Mishael White? Let's see. Is there any more videos? Any more videos?
District 81. Which area, what towns and municipalities are within State House District 81?
Well, thank you for asking that question, Jeff Bell. Again, I appreciate the conversation you're having me on. And also,
here we go. We got Mishael White. There's an interview 1 month ago, 18 views. Doesn't have the foresight to share his own interview so more people can watch him and see his platform. But he he's not supposed to win the election, so we just gonna go ahead and waste people's time.
So appreciate the endorsement and support of Crimson Political Action Council. The areas included in the district are Locust Grove, Tussa Hall, Lake Dow, Lake Haven, East Lake, Timber Ridge, Sandy Ridge, and parts of McDonough. And that's the total area. It's a big district, very diverse, has a lot of rural parts, but it has some suburban areas as well.
We're thinking about Project 2025 and the possible from federal level, the possible implementation of Project 2025, but many state legislatures are mimicking some of those tenets of Project 2025. How would you suppose Project 2025 or anything like that would impact the residents in District 81?
We know that it would have adverse effects, particularly on people who are on the lower income bracket, and we have quite a few of those types of families in the district, working people as well, husbands, fathers, mothers, and sisters and brothers. Even if specifically when you're looking at Project 2025, you look at a position extreme as eliminating the Department of Education and what the implication of that would mean on the state level and on the local level for children, most of our children who go to public schools. You're talking about taking funds away from Georgia's public school system that can help to make sure that every child in Georgia and in District 81 has access to quality education, has safe, clean schools to attend. I mean, even if you look at where the United States itself ranks in terms of educational attainment among other industrialized nations, we're not even in the top 10. And with that being, our ranking.
So if you're getting outranked and you're not in the top 10, why would you not want to get rid of the Board of Education and replace it with something else and do something differently so you could then get into the top 10?
You have a position as extreme as, let's not prioritize allocating federal dollars to make sure we're educating our citizens. Let's just abolish that and destroy that arbitrarily. It's not anything that the public has indicated that they want. It's merely a position that is derived solely from an activist agenda by those who are on the far right. And this is a type of policy positions that my opponent, Ms. Nohel Kahanian, supports. And so it's going to be very detrimental to local families and students here in the area.
If you look at the abolition of the Department of Education and just that frame of mind, what does that mean to students with disabilities, whether they be physical and or learning disabilities?
What it actually does is it removes the federal protections that safeguard anti-discrimination practices in our public school education. And what it does is says, okay, well, we're going to put it back to the state level. So what you're actually talking about is this old debate of states' rights versus federal oversight. And so it's a way to try and work around the oversight that the federal government has in place correctly, which was the correct posture of the federal government to make sure that states are operating in an honest way where every child is being prioritized when it comes to education. So just you're talking about children with disabilities. Well, I mean, who's to say what would be done if we don't have any type of federal oversight or monetary support coming from the federal government to make sure that our public school system here in Georgia is investing in things that students with disabilities need.
Exactly. Are there any other elements of Project 2025 that have garnered your attention?
There are, but I'll be honest. I'm a big education guy, and part of that comes from my father. My father, he grew up in the sharecropper South, Reserve, Louisiana, and he was a very austere man, and he pummeled us with get your education. It's about your education. Get your education. So those things stuck with me, even to this day. I'm someone who believes in vocational training, post-secondary school training for students. Look, everyone is not going to be able to go to a four-year university. Some people can't afford it, and look, for some people, it's just not in their life paths. People, they work better with their hands, or they might be better as a mechanic. So it's my belief that we should be making sure we're prioritizing those types of programs. And when I say prioritize, I'm talking specifically about money. If you look at, for instance, in Georgia with the Hope Scholarship, one of the things that I would be interested in doing is seeing how we can expand access to the Hope Scholarship, expand access to Pell Grants, and find ways that we can incentivize our young men and women who are transitioning out of high school and get them into vocational training programs so that they can have access to the American dream. So my main focus has been education. And the thing that really stuck out to me when it came to Project 2025 was that abolishing the Department of Education. I don't think we're really grasping how extreme of a policy position that is, but it's very extreme.
Yeah. Well, with the Crimson Political Action Council, our policy initiatives stand diametrically opposed to Project 2025 or anything of that nature. And heard you refer to your opponent several times.
Right.
If you were to speak directly to the people and provide a comparison and contrast, why would the independent voter or the voter that has not made up his mind to even go to the polls, what is your comparison contrast to make your case that you are the very clearly better choice?
Well, it's because I'm not an activist. I'm just a working guy, husband, father, and I'm a resident of District 81, and so I know the things that regular everyday working folk care about. We care about having a roof over our head. We care about making sure we have food on the table. We care about making sure that we have access to a quality of life, and we care about making sure our children are going to be able to do better than we did. We care about giving our children a more secure future and a better future. My opponent, I'm not saying that she's a bad person. I'm not saying that she's evil. What I'm saying is she's more of an activist. And I think activists need to stay in the realm of activism. I don't think that political offices exist so activists can get in those offices and then use the office to push their activist agenda. That's not what the job description is when we're talking about state representative for House District 81. We're talking about representing the people, even when you disagree. As the next state representative for House District 81, I'm going to have to listen to the cares and the concerns of those people that I'm at the Georgia General Assembly to represent. And when them and I disagree, I still have to represent them because that's the job description. I'm here to do the job. Some people want a title. I want to do the job. And that just goes back to my blue collar worker instinct. I look at a position, either I can do the job or I can't do it. And I can do this job. And I intend to do this job as the next state representative for House District 81.
Okay. Thank you very much. Thank you. I really appreciate you. And I look forward to us having another conversation.
So if you ask me, I think Mary Brown gave a pretty good interview right there. I mean, he gave a pretty good interview. He said he's put his positions out. He said he's going to work for the people and he's going to put the people first over his own beliefs. We're not necessarily hearing that from Kamala, but we're hearing that for him. But it's getting late. Anybody want to hit? Everybody want to come up and talk to the GMT? Hold on. Is there any more videos to react to? Any more videos we want to react to? Let's see. We got to go to the Mishael White YouTube page. We got some short.
Hi, I'm Mishael White, candidate for District 81. My agenda is to serve the interests of my district and those people that I represent.
So he got not going to the state capitol to argue I'm going to get things done for my district. But he was on the panel arguing with Tuscaloosa. Well, I'm gonna go ahead and let that go because it's not about that. It's not about that. So that's the platform he's running on. Let's see if I can find some stuff on the political. Let's focus on the political opponent. Let's see. We got an interview. See what we got. Let's see. Okay. Let's see if we got any no videos to look at. I think we got a little interview here.
And all these other good America First candidates in the office.
Great legacy pack to pin on your.
Hi, this is Stan Fitzgerald, Veterans for Trump, and I'm here with Noel Kahan. I'm sorry if I botched your name. I've known you for 4 years, and I'm horrible with that, so I apologize. Noel, you were endorsed by our organization last cycle. You were an excellent candidate, and if you ever had any future plans to run, we would back you again. But today we're announcing that you're going to be joining us as an ambassador because you've been doing amazing work in Georgia and across the country protecting women and children. So can you please tell our viewers, give our organization a chance to get to know you, and tell our viewers a little bit about what you've been doing to protect the women and children?
Sure. We, at our law firm, Child and Parental Rights Campaign, we've been working diligently for years to protect children and parental rights against the harms of the gender identity ideology, which has just entered every single facet of our lives. And about 2 years ago, we came out with a school resource guide that was very well received across the country. It gave schools all the studies and the research and the much needed policies to protect girls in privacy spaces, our teachers' rights for compelled speech, and pushing back against the Obama's administration Dear Colleague letter to let children go into opposite sex bathrooms, overnight accommodations, and sports. So just recently, we've come out with a church transgender response guide, and that's also super well received, just giving all the tools and studies and research and policies to churches to be able to protect children and parents from the harms of this gender identity ideology. And I also travel the state here in Georgia, giving presentations on biblical citizenship. Unfortunately, in Georgia, we have a kind of a depression of voters who are saying, you know, it doesn't really matter to vote. And we are pushing back against that hard. And people are starting to understand that we're making strides in Georgia on our election integrity, and we need all the help we can get, especially for 2024.
Yes, we do. And I remember you were quite the fighter last cycle because we all had questions about your race. It sure looked like you won. And there was a recount that just didn't sit right with any of us. So election integrity is also very important, especially in the state of Georgia. People need to feel comfortable about our elections here, or they're not going to vote.
Yes, and it's the veterans who are really behind us in every way, especially veterans who are grandparents, and most of them are. I tell people when I travel the state, if you give me one veteran and one pastor, we can protect an entire county. And down in Thomas County, just recently, we had a few of both. And they made the news across the pond, just getting obscene and sexually explicit books, not burnt. We didn't burn any books, but just moved to the adult section. And that was just, 5 people were able to make that happen, and they were veterans.
Amazing work you've been doing. And we haven't talked in a while, but we also have a Georgia state chapter now. Jared Craig, who ran for Congress during your cycle, is the president of that. So as you're traveling the state for your forthcoming work to help our state and protect the children, feel free to invite us to come and speak with you and support the work you're doing.
Absolutely. There's a lot of work and we need many hands.
Well, Noelle, I want to thank you for your time. And how could people find you on social media?
For our, I'm just Noelle Kahan on social media, NoelleKahan, or my ministry to protect kids from sexualization is protectstudenthealth.com.
Well, we're blessed to have you join us. We need more warriors protecting our children, and we will focus our Georgia efforts through
All right, so it appears.
you.
Great. Thank you so much.
You're welcome.
So it appears that's the platform she's running on. Gender ideology and elections with integrity. And that was pretty much all I could pretty much find on her. I guess I'll do one more. Let's see, we got a short.
Today marks 23 years since our nation faced its darkest hours. We gather across this great nation to honor the memories of the innocent lives and the brave men and women who were the first responders. We also remember the men and women who answered the call to defend this great nation. We're reminded that freedom is never truly free. It must be defended, cherished, and passed on to future generations. I pray that we remember, repent, and pray for God to bless America. I'm Noelle Kahan, Republican candidate for House District 81.
Okay. We have another message.
Hey there, this is Noelle Kahan. I am the ambassador for Veterans for America First, also the Republican candidate for Georgia State House District 81, and I'm here in Fayetteville, Georgia, at the Trump Force 47 headquarters office here in Fayetteville, Georgia. And I just want everybody to understand that we have amazing training at this office. You can get trained for campaigning, for phone banking. It's so important that we get Donald J. Trump back in the White House. If you have any questions about the training, they're twice a week in the evenings. It couldn't be easier to make sure that we're all doing our part. The office number here is 470-980-6890. So just call up, and there are great people here. They can get you all set up for training. And if you have any questions about Veterans for America First, their email is vfaf.com, and you can just find out more information there. But we need to get our president back in the White House. So just let's everybody do our part. So be blessed and have a great day. Thank you.
Okay. So I don't think she's done an interview specifically running as district house rep of District 81. I would have to find more. So it appears that Mary Brown, he's done the interviews, but I still think he gonna get washed. He said he's gonna get washed. He said he's not supposed to win. He don't sound too sure of himself. I think your boy is gonna get washed. Let's see if we can find some interviews. Let's see. Nope, no interviews, just more little small videos. So it looks like I would love for Noelle to give more interviews. They're just not out there. They're just not out there. Let's see. Hold on. Okay, no. No. Those are old videos. Yeah, there's just no interviews of Noel. But with that said, it's getting late. It's getting late. It's getting late. I hope you guys enjoyed the show. I hope you guys enjoyed the show because I thoroughly enjoyed the show. I got politicians. That's right. I got politicians hitting my link coming up and talking about their political platform and what they might and can't do for the people. But November 5th is gonna come. I'm interested to see who's gonna be the president, mayor of Oakland, mayor of San Francisco, Hayward mayor, and now number 5, District 81 House Representative. I am invested. I am invested in that race because somebody is about to get washed. With that said, it's your boy, the Grandmaster Troll. Peace.